Hello everyone, welcome back to another 80slashers.com YouTube channel. Today's video, I thought we'd do something a little fun. I think I'm going to rank all the Friday the 13th um, cover artwork. These are some of the most iconic um, artwork in the whole horror genre. Everyone who is a fan of slashers and horror movies and 80s films knows these covers. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to just go through and give my quick rankings of all these films. So what I'm gonna do, like, so anyone who watches this channel knows I'm partial to the 80s films, the Paramount films from released from 1980 to 1989. But just for, the completionists out there, I'll also include the New Line films, the newer ones on this list. It's probably not gonna be surprised where they're gonna rank, but I'll throw them in just all 12 Friday films. Just so, just so they're there. Um, so before I start, I just, just let everyone know how I came upon these rankings. Obviously, these are my opinion, and how I've come to these decisions. One is based on just an overall appreciation of the art. Like I love these. I feel like these, not all of them, but a lot of these are, the artwork is just really well done. I have some of these as posters on my wall. I just like looking at them because, like, I just love the artwork. Whether they're hand painted or they're photographed, whatever it is. That just yeah, I just think they're fantastic and they're beautiful. Some of them are beautiful to look at. So yeah, so the first thing would just be on like an art appreciation level. The second part of it will obviously will be nostalgia. Some of these I've grown up with more than others. Whether I had, like, the VHS tapes in my house growing up, in the movie theater, the posters. Just, some of them I just more nostalgic for me for whatever reason. So that's gonna play into these ratings. And the third thing will be how the poster is kind of like a representation of the film. Sometimes the poster fits the tone of the film. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That's just the way I look at them. I look at the poster and it just, I'm like, yeah, that's that film. Like, it all works. The film, the poster, they just blend together to make what it is. So that's gonna play into this as well. So that's how I basically came up with these with this ranking list. What I'm not gonna try to do um, is let my um, the film quality kind of creep into these. It's hard to do because, like, you want to rank. When you rank anything with these Friday films, there's certain ones at the top for me, and there's certain ones lower down. And I'm trying not to let that bias of the film quality get in the way of the actual cover art. But yeah, so I'm that's I feel like I did a pretty good job of that. There may be one, maybe the first one on this ranking. Um, yeah, so all right, so yeah, so let's get into it. So there's 12 films. There's one film I don't have. I don't have a physical copy of it. It's my least favorite film in the entire franchise. So we'll just get that one out of the way right now. So coming in at number 12 is Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday from 1993. So I'll put an image up here. I don't have a physical copy of it. I don't, if I ever come across it on DVD, I'll pick it up. I just haven't had the chance. I'm not gonna, the Blu-ray, as we know, it came in the new Scream Factory set. I didn't get that. They came in the tin set. I didn't get that. So, if I ever come across it, I'll buy it, but I'm in no rush. I don't really like that film. I know, and hey, I know a lot of people enjoy that film. Happy for you, I guess. I wish I did. I just don't. But yeah, I don't like the film. I don't like the cover art. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't fit with the theme for me. I don't know. It's just not something that I'm a big fan of. So yeah, so number 12, Jason Goes to Hell. All right, so I'll clear these off and we'll bring him in. So, number 11, we have Friday the 13th from 2009. Now, this isn't obviously the Blu-ray art, um, and this isn't great either. But there's another art that I cover art that I that's more representative of the film. I'll put a picture here. That one I enjoy more than this one. This one is not. Yeah, this is just Jason's mask. You can see the eye. It's kind of cool, but yeah, this is just it's just kind of it's a product of its time. This is from 2009. There was no emphasis on artwork like back in the 80s. These posters were pieces of work, pieces of art. This not so much. This is just made to sell the feature. So yeah, so there's nothing special. The the other one up here, it's better. It's more atmospheric. You see Jason in like the dark, the woods, and it's a little better than this one. So, but yeah, both of them, nothing special. So yeah, so number 11, Friday the 13th reboot remake from 2009. So coming in at number 10. Freddy vs. Jason from 2003. Um, Again, there's nothing wrong with this artwork. It's again product of its time. I feel 2003. This was. Uh, okay, listen. I'm a Jason fan. I'm a Friday the 13th fan. Freddy and the Nightmare on Elm Street films. They're a class below for me. They're way below. So I feel like having Freddy on the cover is kind of bringing my Friday film down a little bit, to be perfectly honest. It's if that makes sense. It's just I don't know. I don't want Freddy on my Friday the 13th movie posters. It's cool. You got the big machete, his glove, and it's cool. I get it. It's and I get a lot of people were excited for this movie. I wasn't one of them. 'Cause I said I didn't want to see this. I want Jason all on his own. But that's me. That's my opinion. Not a bad cover. Just it is what it is. So yeah. So that's number 10. Freddy versus Jason. All right. Number 9. We have Jason X from 2001 coming in at number 9. Um, so this is obviously the last of the newer the new line films. Um, I, I don't know why I like this better than the previous ones. I don't know. I guess it's more of a representation of the film, I guess. Like it's obviously it's in space. You have like the two different Jason, like the Uber Jason, and I don't know. It has like a victim screaming. It's not great. But it's I don't know. It's all right. It's of all the New Line ones, the newer releases, this is my favorite. It just I don't know. It just represents the film more. I see this and it whenever I feel like watching Jason X, I'm in that mood for that type of film, like the sci-fi slasher. This captures it pretty good. So yeah, it's okay. You know it doesn't compare with the other ones, but it's not bad. All right. So yeah, so that was number 9, Jason X. So let's move on to the we're getting into the Paramount films next. So we'll move into those at number 8. At number 8 we have Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood from 1988. Now, if anyone has watched my ranking videos, you know that this is the only Paramount film that I'm not a big fan of. It. I don't think it's a bad film. It's my least favorite. But again, I'm trying not to let that creep into these rankings. But the fact of the matter, this is just not. I don't know. It's not. It's kind of like the Freddy versus Jason. They're trying to mix and match, And this movie is like a Carrie ripoff. So they're putting Jason versus Carrie type of thing, and it's incorporated into the cover. This is obviously very representative of the film, and it's cool. It's pretty good cover work, cover art. It's just I don't know. It's just not. I don't like someone else on the cover. Like I don't know. It's just me. I want Jason. I want Jason all by himself. Um, so yeah, this one's okay. But it's of the Paramount films, it's definitely my least favorite film and least favorite cover art. So yeah, so that was number eight, The New Blood. All right. So number seven. So number seven, we have from 1981, Friday the 13th Part Two. Now I put in two different cover arts here. They both have been used. Obviously, this is just words, so this is the main one for it, but this is the one that's in the ranking, and this is clearly better than this one. I just put them in. But yeah, so this one falls in, like I said, number seven. It's all right. It's kind of plain, It's just an outline of somebody holding a bloody axe with the text in the middle, Nothing wrong with it. It's just nothing exciting. It's a little boring. It's iconic. This is probably ahead of part seven just because it's more nostalgic for me. But it's not like the artwork on number seven was better, obviously, in terms of artistic creation. But I don't know. This one doesn't do much for me, but it's kind of iconic. It's very nostalgic. So yeah, part two, not too bad. So yeah, so coming in at number seven on the list is Friday the 13th Part Two. All right, coming in at number six. All right, number six, we have the original 1980 Friday the 13th. Um, yeah, this is iconic. This is like if there's one piece in this whole list that's the most iconic for me, it's the original. Like this is just fantastic. And again, very similar to part two, the silhouette outline. Instead of an axe, you get a bloody knife. But then you get the woods, and you get like the campers and the cottage or the cabin, and nighttime, and it's very representative of the film. Like if you didn't know what this film was before, you see some campers in the woods and in a cabin at night, and there's someone stalking with a knife. That's this film. That's very representative, and it's just iconic. Even just like the credits and the text below it is just something about it. The Paramount logo. Yeah, this is I love this one. It's nothing special. Like I said, that's why it's on this. That's why it came in at number six on the list. But I love it. I absolutely love it, and yeah, it's probably the most iconic. So yeah, all right. So number five. Coming in at number five, we have Friday the 13th Part 3 from 1982. Um, yeah, this is fantastic. And again, you want to talk about representative of the film. Like, this is was of course the 3D entry into the franchise. And you have like the blade coming out at you, blood dripping off it. Fantastic. I love this. I love the font. It's like, it's kind of like a wood grain, which is really cool. You got the shower curtains, kind of like maybe like a throwback to Psycho, obviously. Like with the silhouette through the shower curtain, the knife. Yeah, this is great. It's very plain and simple. It works. It works really well for me. So yeah, I really like this one. This is fantastic. So yeah, so that's number five on the list. Friday the 13th, Part 3. All right. Number four. All right, so coming at number four, we have Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan from 1989. Again, this one is this high on the list, mostly due to nostalgia. This cover was all over my childhood, Like this was, This was I was at the perfect age when this movie came out, 89. And every video store I went into, there was this film on the shelves. There was the posters everywhere. It was always on TV. Um, yeah, this is just, it stands out, and I like the colors. You got like the red and the blues, and you get like the backdrop of the city and the big knife and the mask. It just, everything on here works for me. I don't know. I like it. Hindsight, it's cheesy. Back then it was probably super cool, but now it's, like with the Photoshop and all that stuff, it's like, oh, they just put a mask on a picture of the New York City timeline, and it's nothing fancy, but it works. It works really well for me, and it's very iconic. Again, like I said, this is probably more of a nostalgic pick. But and it's representative of the film. People say only the little bit of it takes place in Manhattan, most of it's on a boat, but we got water, so I don't know. It's I don't know. I like this cover. I like this one a lot. So yeah, that's number four. Jason Takes Manhattan. So now the next three, the top three, I really struggle with because I like them all equally. Um, they're probably pretty interchangeable. But yeah, this is the order that I went with. You ask me next month, they may be different, but yeah, well, let's get into them. So number three. All right, so at number three we have Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Yeah, this is what a great cover. What a great cover this is. You got the gravestone with Jason's name on it. You got like the silhouette of the mask with like the light coming through the holes, and it's very um, the cover is just very atmospheric and spooky. And again, it fits the film, which is really great because this is a film that it opens up with at Jason's grave, and he gets resurrected, so it's kind of like a ghosty thing going on here with the grave. It fits. It really fits the film. And it's so iconic because you got the mask, right? Like some of these pictures, like just with the light coming through the eye holes and the other little holes, it just really has a way of showcasing his mask to me. Uh, yeah, this is a fantastic. I always love this one. Again, very nostalgic. It fits the film, and it's just great artwork. It just looks fantastic. So yeah, like I said, these were tough choices. These last three, but yeah, today anyway, I'm gonna put at number three, Jason Lives. All right, number two. Coming in at number two, we have Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Now I know a lot of people don't like this film, whatever, don't care. I love this film. I think this is a fantastic film. But we're talking about the covers, and again, the same thing I said for Jason Lives. This is just so iconic. You get a good shot of the mask, and I get it. It's not his mask. He doesn't wear a mask with no markings or anything like this. Like the really square hole, like, whatever, man. I don't care. This, I love this artwork. The red light going through. It's just, I don't know. This is just the artwork for me. It just, oh man, it just captures something for me. Like the nostalgia factor. I love it. I absolutely love this cover work. And like this film. I don't care what people say. I love this film. I think this is the first film I ever saw in the franchise. I could be wrong. This part one, it's I don't know. Like, it's hard to remember back exactly what the order was, but this was one of my first ones I ever remember seeing. So this artwork is just burned in my memory as a kid. So I don't, yeah, I love it. It's fantastic. So yeah, so coming in at number two, part five, A New Beginning. All right, so if you're keeping track, everyone knows what's coming up next, but let's do it anyway. Number one. So of course, number one, we have Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Yeah, what can I say about this? Like this cover, this cover is just so iconic, so nostalgic. It's just it. it's representative of the film. You know, you have like the battered mask with like the, you know, the cut there. I think he got in part three. You know, this represents he might die. Final chapter, which he does apparently. You know, kind of at the end of this film. You get blood on the cover. It's just like the mask, a knife, blood against a black background. It's just, you can't beat this. This is just so iconic, so amazing. The mask looks good. You know, it's got the yellowed, you know, the feel at this point. I just love everything about this cover art. It's fantastic. You can't beat it. This is, I don't know. Like I said, like parts two and three, or sorry, number two and three on this list, parts five and six, they're covers. I said these three are interchangeable, but when I'm looking at this will probably always be number one for me. I love part six and I love part five's cover, but this is just, yeah, this is tough to beat, man. This is so iconic, and it's neat because you look at like, there's different versions of this. Sometimes you get like the mask facing this way, with the blood, without the knife. It just, people have so many variations of this cover art 'cause it's just so iconic, you know? Like if someone releases a new version of the DVD or a Blu-ray, or other countries with the VHS and stuff, it's the same type of cover, just that, you know, they reverse the angle or mirror image or whatever they do. It's just, it's all over the place. This is the version I have on VHS, and I just, yeah, I just love it. So that's it, guys. That to me, entire Friday the 13th franchise, this is the best. This is the best cover art of all the films. So yeah, so that's it. So just want to say thanks everyone for sticking around. If you made it this far, thanks for watching the channel, subscribing, leaving comments, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's it. So until next time. All right, see ya.